This is the story of Sergeant David Bogdanovsky, a Christian who joined the IDF and fell on the battleground while defending Israel. How he was treated after death by those he gave his life for was disheartening, to say the least. This treatment left his mother in tears and traumatized. While you're still here, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share this video so it may get to wider audience. Before diving deep into the story, I would love to share a verse from the glorious Quran with the Christians watching this video. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran chapter 5 verse 82, "You will surely find the most intense of the people in animosity toward the believers, that is the Muslims, to be the Jews and those who associate others with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." This also includes the Christians who believe Jesus is co-equal, co-eternal with God the Father. And you will find the nearest of them in affection to the believers, those who say, "We are Christians." That is because among them are priests and monks, and because they are not arrogant. Amongst the Christians are a huge chunk of them who believe Jesus is not God. The point of this verse is to drive the message that Christians are nearest in faith to the Muslims, and this you will see with evidences at the end of the video, so stay locked in till the end. Young Sergeant David Bogdanovsky, who fought tirelessly for the nation and people of Israel, fell in battle in Khan Yunis in December 2023. He was buried at the Haifa military cemetery, where fallen Jewish soldiers are also buried. The whole thing went south for the deceased and his family when families of those whose loved ones are buried nearby noticed a cross on late Sergeant David Bogdanovsky's headstone. They claimed that the cross hurt their feelings and their ability to pray and say the Kaddish, which is the morning prayer. Remember, this is a man who lost his life in the battlefront defending these people, and they are aware of that. According to Jerusalem Post, the Defense Ministry is attempting to reach an agreement with the family of the deceased to remove the cross from his headstone, stating that by law, it is not permissible to place a cross or any other religious marker on a military headstone. To make matters worse, they said, it is especially important in the Haifa military cemetery, where fallen Jewish soldiers are also buried, citing a ruling by the IDF chief rabbi that states the holiness of the Jewish cemetery is harmed by the cross. However, what is interesting here is the fact that other graves had religious marker, and this was also cited by the family of the fallen soldier, which goes against the law cited by the Ministry of Defense for graves regardless of religion not to have religious marker. The question is, why have they, the family of David, been singled out? Earlier this month, Bogdanovsky's mother visited his grave and found that his headstone had been covered in black cloth while a ceremony was taking place for those killed on October 7th. "I don't have words to describe the humiliation I felt," said the mother. "I thought that my David, who gave his life to the country, who loved the country with all his heart for 9 years, since his earlier, who joined the IDF to defend me, his family, and all of us, is no different than any of the other guys, and is not a second-class citizen." I stood there and cried with anger, frustration, and not understanding. This shouldn't come as a surprise to Christians who understand where they stand in the eyes of the Jews, and also understand that nothing will ever change. These people are proud of who they say they are, and they don't even have the time to pretend to like you. I mean, how can you even think a people who crucified your Messiah will ever like you? How do you as a Christian lay down your life for a people who claim Jesus is in hell while being punished in human excrement? How do you as a Christian dine with and support a people who said Mary was a whore and her son Jesus is the son of a Roman soldier? How do you find comfort with the people who claim Jesus is a magician who learned magic in Egypt? If there is anyone you as a Christian should find solace in, they should be the Muslims, who believe Jesus is one of the 5 greatest human beings who ever walked the earth. You should find comfort in those who said Jesus was born of a virgin birth and performed enormous miracles. They even believed he gave life to the dead with the permission of God. Why don't you take as friends those who believe Jesus was raised to the heavens and will one day return to spread justice on earth? Why don't you support those who believe Mary as the greatest woman who ever walked the earth? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran chapter 3 verse 42 and mentioned when the angels said, "O Mary, indeed Allah has chosen you and purified you and chosen you above the women of the world." Why have you chosen to take as enemy those whom Allah has said you are nearest to in faith, and wrap your salvation around those who have no regards for you or your Messiah, Jesus the son of Mary? Do as you may with this information. I remain your brother Abdul. Catch you in the next one.
You and you fucking Jesus could kiss my ass, okay?
Go away.
Screw you.
Whoa.
Don't camera, no camera. I break your camera. Don't take picture. Okay?
Go
Screw
away.
you Nazi. You fuck. Don't take camera. I break your camera. Don't take picture. Shabbat shalom. No picture. We don't want picture.
Leave.
What?
You need to. You can't come in here. This is not your house.
This is not your house.
We killed Jesus. We're proud of it. Where are you?
Did you record that?
Get the fuck out of here. This is my land, you
This is not your land. It belongs to these families.
land, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna kill you and the Palestinians. You Nazi, you son of a shit.
Hand for there.
This is my land. God gave it to me. Fuck you.
Hand for there.
Nazi. Call everyone you want. I'm gonna kill you. Bastard. This is my house. This is my land. God gave it to me. And fuck you.